Hey YouTube, it's Marida and welcome to another edition of the Nurse Lounge. In this edition, we're going to continue with my series, My Narcissistic Marriage, My Road to Recovery. And today we're going to talk about the exchange of masculine and feminine energy. And if you want to know what I'm talking about as it applies to the narcissist, then definitely stay tuned. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. We are talking about, or let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Marida P. I am a registered nurse. I do want to provide a disclaimer that I am not a therapist. I am not a psychologist, psychiatrist, life coach. I am not a someone who can come and give you advice other than what I have done to get out of my narcissistic marriage. So I don't want to portray myself as being someone who specializes in the treatment of or anything like that. When it comes to this topic, I just want to share with you my personal journey as I am overcoming this type of abuse. So let's talk about the exchange of masculine and feminine energy. So when it comes to the narcissist that I've been with, we've been together in terms of married for almost 12. We have been together for almost 17 years. He has already moved out. He's gone. He actually has a new person in his life already, committing adultery and the like. And, but that's not what this is about. This is really about, and I'm already in my healing process. I'm not really crying and carrying on like that at this point in time. I'm actually very happy. I'm at peace and we're good. We're pretty much good. Now, this is what I want to say about the exchange of the energy. Marrying this person, when I realized that there were some red flags that I ignored, and I realized that in our particular situation, he would definitely take on more of the feminine role. And I don't mean in a sexual way. I meant the feminine energy, the one who wanted to be dependent upon someone. So when you think about traditional roles in terms of man and woman, usually the man is the one who exhibits the masculine energy, as he should. He is usually the leader. He is someone who kind of guides the family. He takes care of business. He takes care of his children in terms of making sure they have the things they need, such as a roof over their head, food, and such. And then the woman, she supports her husband. I'm not saying she's not working, because I work. I'm not saying that she can't cut grass if she wants to cut grass or take out trash. I'm just saying there's more feminine traits or characteristics or energy that she would exhibit that would constitute her as being more feminine, or her energy, versus masculine in its energy. So as time went on in our marriage, I began to realize that he was not doing what a man is supposed to do. And if I wanted it to get done, I would have to do it. And there'll be many people will say, well, you should have him do that because you are taking away, you are demasculinizing or emasculating, whatever the word is, him. The problem with that statement is he would not do it regardless. So if he wouldn't do it regardless, I can't take something that he ain't never had, okay? So prime example, I was taking my boys to get their haircuts every 2 weeks. That's something that the man does to bond with their children. Whether you're together or they're boys, whether you're together or not as a husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend, as the man, you still take your responsibility of making sure you take your boys to the barbershop to go and, get their haircuts. And honestly, most husbands do not want their wives sitting at the barbershop with the barbershop antics that goes on there. And I had got so used to it, I take them to the barbershop every 2 weeks, and it was not even a thing for me. So I'm the one who takes them to the barbershop. I'm the one who's changing my tires, doing the oil in my car. I'm the one doing the maintenance. The things that the husband is usually supposed to do, he was not doing. He'd make excuses like, oh, I'm not going to check your oil today because the next door neighbor's checking their oil, and I don't want them to think that I'm copying them. Don't nobody give a damn about that. That's what he was caught up in. He didn't want to do that because he didn't want to seem like he was doing what somebody else wanted him to do. He never checked my tires. I definitely did everything on my own. And he was someone who would come in and say he wouldn't know when the bills are due. He wouldn't contribute, he would contribute financially, but I would have to make sure the money went to where it needed to go. He would take money out the account and basically go spend it on whatever he wanted to. And again, he never exhibited the masculine traits in terms of being a provider, being a protector. He was never that. I was the one who was the provider, protector. I'm the one who did it all. So I was the man and the woman. And it even got to the point where people were like, you all don't match. You are not equally yoked. Like, people would even think that I was his mother at one point in time. Now, you know good and well I'm not old enough to be nobody's mama who's technically 2 months older than me, okay? But that's how he carried himself, very childlike, and then he had that feminine energy that, you know, he wanted to be taken care of, much like us women like to be taken care of. He wanted to know, why come I can't go get some new shoes? Because the bills ain't paid. That's why you can't get any new shoes. So again, that exchange of masculine and feminine energy is not a great thing. Definitely as a woman, I want to be able to stay in my lane, but I definitely need to find a man who knows his role as a man, that he has to have that masculine energy so I can revert back and stay in my feminine energy. And I have to say that I was the one who was stressing, who was bitter, who felt betrayed, because he got to come in and live the life of luxury because I was taking care of everything. I'm working 5 and 6 jobs while he worked his 1.5 jobs, making minimum wage at both jobs, and only bringing home about $1,200 a month in both jobs collectively, bringing home any money. And who do you think had to pick up the slack? So if you are someone who has masculine energy and you know your role as a male, you will say, you know what? I don't want my wife working 5 and 6 jobs. It's my job. I would feel less than a man. And this is what men tell me who are masculine. I would feel less than a man if I had my wife taking care of me. Now, every family has their own situation. And there's some situation where the dad stays home and takes care of the kids. But he takes care of the kids. He does those kind of roles, but it does not strip who he is as a man. That's just what they've agreed upon. In our house, it was nothing like that. We both worked, but I happened to have, anytime we needed more money, I'd have to figure out a solution to go make more money because he was not going to do it. If anything, he was going to spend the money we had on things we definitely didn't need. Because he was a keep up with the Joneses kind of person. He wanted the latest gadgets, the latest Jordans, the latest whatever. He was materialistic and, again, didn't have the means to get these things, but wondering why, you know, if our lights got cut off, he would call me and say, the lights is off. Okay, well, why don't you pay the bill? Oh, that's what you do. So, like, he doesn't even keep up with the fact that we have bills we have to pay every single month and could care less about those. So that's basically the exchange that we had. You know, I definitely had to take the male role. He took the feminine role in terms of energy. Now, mind you, he did help cut the grass and things like that, but definitely not where I was the one who felt like I was protected or felt safe or provided for. It was even to the point where one time I heard something outside and he gonna tell me to go outside and see what it was. What man has their wife go outside? We heard something, I don't know what it was, probably a cat or something like that. What man go outside and tell you to go outside and see what it is? That's how much of the feminine energy or traits he had began to possess. And again, this is not a sexual thing. This is not where I'm saying he had feminine traits like he's gay. No, it wasn't nothing like that. It's just you have a certain energy that you exhibit. And he exhibited more of the feminine energy comparatively to the masculine energy. And as a result of our bad relationship, I had to pick up the slack from what he wasn't doing. And I exhibited more of the masculine than feminine energy. And unfortunately, going further or coming to present or in the future, I've had to learn how to relinquish some of that. Because if I want to attract or be in my next marriage with a masculine man, you can't have two masculine people together. So I'm having to relearn myself how to step back into my femininity so that I can be the woman I need to be so that man can be the man he needs to be. So this has been definitely a learning curve for me as well, where I'm kind of like, let me back up here. Let me see, what do I need to do what does it even mean to have feminine energy at this point in time? Keep in mind, we've been doing this relationship for 17 years. So what does this even mean at this point in time? So I am working on me by, again, learning what feminine energy means. And I have been watching videos on femininity here on YouTube. And I will have to say that a lot of the tips that they provide actually do work. And I'm finding better caliber men. Now, I'm not really dating or anything like that, but I have went out on, you know, a lunch or something like that, or a dinner. But I'm definitely getting into that role of being more feminine, and I'm loving the energy that I'm exhibiting or exuding, shall I say. And I think it's great to know that, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be like all the time. I don't have to be like how I was to have a man. So anyway, that's enough on this topic. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Oftentimes you want to know, who do I listen to or who do I watch videos on femininity? Not on femininity, on narcissism. And the channels I typically watch is Dr. Les Carter, which is Surviving Narcissism. I watch Dr. Carmen Bryant, which is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. I watch Quinn Holliday, which is Associate Direct. I watch Hario Ovadatop, which is new for me. Pink Girl Teaches, which is new for me. Sarah Speaks. Here's recently The Royal We is another one that I've been just subscribed to, I want to say 2 weeks ago. And Pastor R.C. Blakes Jr., who definitely talks about the Jezebel spirit and narcissism. So if you want to go look at some of those channels where you can kind of see what I'm talking about, I will have those channels also listed below in the comment section, or the description box, shall I say. So you can go check out other channels on narcissism and narcissist abuse. I definitely want you to, if you think this may be something that you're going through with a significant other, with a family member, or with a coworker or boss, the fundamentals of them is all the same. How you handle them or how you break away from them is contingent upon the kind of relationship that you have. Definitely watch those videos so you can get an idea about what this truly is, and basically how they think, and what you need to do as a survivor to get away from these kinds of people. Until the next time, you all take care. Before that, follow me on IG if you want to follow my nurse journey. You will see the handle somewhere on this page, but I also have my email in the description box below. If you want to do a one-on-one where we discuss via Zoom issues that you may be having with your current relationship, I would be happy to do so. Again, just to maybe just talking points, or maybe to exchange stories, or you just need to vent to somebody, I'm here for you. That's what you need to do. I have been through this for a very long time now, and I'm in the healing side of this. But if sometimes we just need somebody to talk to, feel free to shoot me an email to do so. Again, until the next time, you all take care. Bye-bye.